No, it is not just you. This is why men are happier being alone. Men have had enough with the wrong people. That's toxic people, fake people, and of course, fake relationships. Now, I never said men are happier being lonely. I said they are happier being alone. The difference between lonely and alone is the emotions behind it. When you're lonely, you are sad, you're deprived, you're depressed, you feel something's missing from your life. When you choose to be alone, it's you reaching your tipping point. You've had enough. You want to break free from everyone and everything, society, etc., and you just want your own space, the comfort of your own company, and so on. So let me make that clear. Men are happier being alone from the wrong people, especially. Not all people, not good people, healthy people, the wrong people. Let's talk about fake friends. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but people seem to be more superficial than ever before. So therefore, if you're a man surrounding yourself with fake friends, 9 times out of 10, you are going to be miserable because you become who you surround yourself with. If you're around somebody or people who are always down, always negative, miserable, making excuses, down in the dumps, unlucky, and so on, that energy is going to rub up on you. You are going to feel all those negative emotions. You're going to turn into these people. And if you're not careful, like I was not careful in the past, if they're addicted to gambling, smoking, etc., you could go down a very dark path indeed. Notice how I said men are happier being alone, especially from fake friends, from the wrong friends, because you think to yourself that you need friends. You fool yourself that you need them, but essentially you've made friends, unfortunately, this is life, with the wrong people. Perhaps you've outgrown them. Perhaps they don't want to grow. Perhaps you had nothing in common to begin with, and it took you up to this moment in your life to finally put two and two together. This is the thing. I'd rather have little to no friends than the wrong friends. And even just recently, friends have hurt me again. So-called friends. So I'd rather be alone away from these people and make new friends in the future than force something that should never have happened in the first place. And now let's touch on fake relationships, fake love, dating, etc. A man is far happier to be away from the wrong person, the wrong woman, etc., than to be in a fake marriage, fake relationship, or just dating for the sake of it. The amount of times I speak to men and network with men who literally have a complete personality and life change the moment they enter the wrong relationship. Everything lets go. They gain a ton of weight. They look sleep deprived. They start making weird statements and comments. They're just completely broken. I know what that's like when I was in a toxic relationship years ago in the past. I was broken. I was negative. I was miserable. But I thought I had to be happy because I was in a relationship. Wrong. Just like the fake friends. If you are in the wrong relationship with the wrong person, the wrong woman, and again, she doesn't have to be toxic. She could just be not the right match for you. You're going to be miserable. And life is far too bloody short for you to be miserable. So you will be happier alone, happier after the divorce, happier after walking away, because you cannot fit a square peg into a round hole. You weren't meant to be. It wasn't meant to work out. Relationships are challenging already, and they're even harder with the wrong person, because you will never be good enough for the wrong person. So why are men happier being alone? Well, the first reason is the peace trumps the drama. Let's use friends as an example. Let's say you're reliant on these people. Let's say you always show up for them and you need them to step up for you. And then once again, they've let you down for the umpteenth time. Once again, they've hurt you. Once again, they've broken your heart. That's drama. That's stress and anxiety you've got to go through on top of all the trials and tribulations in your life already, is it worth it? No. Now let's talk about relationships and love. Of course, this is way more intense than a friendship. You live with this person, married to them, etc. And there's constant arguments, disagreements, problems, etc. Is that drama worth it over your peace? Categorically, absolutely not. The peace I experienced after walking away from a toxic relationship all the way back in 2019 will trump any moment, any day in that relationship, even the best moments, which were few and far between. Before we continue, I'd like to tell you about my coaching service if you'd like to connect with me. Take charge of your future with a personalized one-on-one coaching call with me, SCG. Get tailored advice, actionable strategies, and the support you need to overcome challenges and to achieve your goals. Book your session today in the description and pin comment down below. Men lack a lot of control in their lives in general. When it comes to their careers and jobs and even businesses, it's out of their control most of the time. The weather's out of their control. Society and people are out of their control. But when they choose to be alone for whatever reason, they take control back of their lives. That's the one thing a man who is miserable around the wrong people is so deprived of. He just wants to take the steering wheel of life and steer away from the drama, from the problems, from the bad people, to a course of peace and happiness. But that's not going to happen again with the wrong person. So taking control back, having any sort of control for decades in the past where you had no control, is liberating. It's almost like you have to pinch yourself to think, how on earth didn't I figure this out sooner? 9 times out of 10, any person, women included, who walk away from toxic relationships always say, why the hell did I not walk away sooner? That happiness comes through peace, because men who are mature, self-aware, self-awakening, men who want to level up and develop themselves, realize that the pursuit of happiness is false, but the pursuit of peace through happiness is a completely different ballgame. When you recognize that your peace equals your happiness, and when you recognize your peace comes from being alone and away from the wrong people, walking away from them especially, that's when your life finally, truly changes for the better. And let's talk about some more logical and obvious reasons why men are happier being alone. Well, in case you didn't realize, you'll be saving a lot of money. Money is hard to come by these days. Cost of living makes life more expensive and difficult. Things are tough out there. But when you're not in a relationship, when you're not going out with idiots who force you to gamble, drink, and spend money on expensive dinners and just going out for the sake of it, when you're not spending money on a spouse or whatever, you save a lot of money. It's incredible. Only a few months after I walked away from my toxic relationship, obviously the pandemic and lockdown happened in 2020, but that was a great way to save money for me, because obviously I wasn't going out much, but also I wasn't dating, wasn't seeing people. The amount of money I saved was incredible. And that's a really underrated point. With that money, with that savings behind you, you can buy a new property, you can travel, you can invest, you can spend the money on yourself, and most likely you've neglected yourself for many years. And then, of course, speaking of saving, you're saving yourself a lot of anxiety and stress. Yes, when you're with the wrong people, they will stress you out, even family as well. You might go home for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, Easter, and your family stir the pot, trigger you, cause you problems, hurt you, and cause drama. That stress and anxiety is then carried with you as an empathetic person. You mull it over constantly. You think it over and over and over. You can't sleep, can't rest, you can't relax because they've triggered you. They've wound you up. When you walk away and be alone from family, friends, the wrong people, you're saving yourself a lot of stress. And again, you're already stressed with work, life, health issues, and so many other problems and just trying to get by. Saving yourself that extra stress, which is so unnecessary and not worth it, is so valuable to your mental health. And as a result of all this, one day you will wake up and live a simpler daily life. No more arguments in the morning. No more stress and anxiety and your heart beating out your chest when you know that these people are going to do you wrong and trigger you. No more unnecessary problems. And you just have a simpler, boring life. But when you go through the crap that you go through in life, you are categorically happier to be living this simpler daily life. Just getting up and getting on with it. If you're retired, same thing. If you're working, you're just doing what you need to do. That simple daily life after going through PTSD, trauma, stress, anxiety, backstabbing, betrayal, etc. is beautiful. And then ultimately, you'll be sat in a chair and you'll be thinking to yourself, I'm ready to date again. I'm ready to make friends again. I'm ready to introduce people into my life again. Or I'm happy living my life this way. It's up to you. You are in the driving seat. You are the captain of your fate. You are the master of your destiny. It doesn't matter what society or people think. All that matters is what you think. That's why men might stay alone for the rest of their lives. Or if they date again, they choose very wisely. If they make friends, again, wisely. If they reconcile with family, it's with firmer boundaries. But that alone period, when the man chooses to be alone, could possibly be one of the happiest periods of his entire adult life. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell notification if you haven't already. If you would like to connect with me, I offer one-on-one coaching, again in the description and pinned comment below. Please also do me a favor and share this video with someone who you think would really gain value from the message that's in it. So that's why men are happier being alone. Are you happy being alone? Please share your thoughts and stories and experiences in the comment section below. I would love to read them. Thanks for watching.